Hello everyone. So this is fifth lecture in Unit 5, and in this lecture I'll discuss about the brushless DC motor drives, also known as BLDC motor drives. They are very useful in low power drives, especially in personal computers, cooling, and you can find in tools, various tools. So the self-controlled variable frequency drive employing a sinusoidal PMAC permanent magnet alternating current motor is called brushless DC motor drive. The brushless DC motor drive has some advantage like practically they require no maintenance and have a long life. They also have low frequency, low inertia and friction, and low radio frequency interference and noise. The only disadvantage of the drive is that they have high cost and low starting torque. The brushless DC motor drive is used in record players, the tape drive for recorders, spindle drive in hard disks for computers, and low power drive in computers, peripherals, instruments, and control systems. They also have applications in aerospace, in biomedical, and in driving, cooling fans, etc. So the cross section of three-phase two-pole trapezoidal PMAC motor is shown in figure 1. So you can see here that we are having three stator winding and we are having two permanent poles. Okay, so this is north pole and another is south pole. Okay, so you can see that the windings in stator they are placed like this. Okay, so this is into the this is out of the paper. The current flow in the conductor is out of the paper, and the current flow in the conductor is into the paper. Okay, so basically the direction of current should be marked here in reverse direction. It is mentioned wrongly here, so you should mark it in this direction. Okay, or so you can see that when this is moving in anti-clockwise direction, so the rotor pole they will align with one phase. For example, if we are choosing phase A, so for some time period, the south pole will occupy this phase A winding conductors. Okay, so they will induce some polarity voltage. Then again, north pole will occupy this rotor conductors, and another polarity of voltage will induce. And whenever they are changing, so there will be some changing angle. So you will find that for 120-degree angle, there will be one polarity voltage. Then 60 degree, next 60 degree, there will be change in induced voltage. Then another 120 degree, you will find another polarity voltage. Then again next 60 degree, there will be change in polarity. Okay, so basically in this way they will generate a trapezoidal waveform. They will induce trapezoidal waveform in the conductor. So you can see here that the voltage induced in phase A will be the same during 120-degree rotation, and beyond the 120 degrees some conductors in top length north pole and other the south pole. Similarly, the voltage induced in the bottom conductors, the wave voltage induces in phase A linearly reverses in next 60-degree rotation. Similarly, the voltages induced in phase B and C. So you can see that north pole, if it is occupying the conductors in the stator winding of phase A, so positive voltage we are getting, which is constant. Then next 60 degree there is a phase reversal, so induced voltage will reverse to negative. Now in this the south pole conductors will occupy the phase A conductors. Okay, then next 60 degree again there will be phase reversal. Okay, so 120 degree it is constant induced voltage, then linearly it is changing and the induced voltage will become negative. Then for 120 degree it is constant, then next 60 degree it will be change in polarity. Okay, so total will be 360 degree. Similarly for phase B and for phase C, So phase B actually will be shifted from phase A by 120 degree. Okay, because the stator winding, they are distributed in space by 120 degree. Okay, and they are balanced. So you can see that the voltage induced in phase B is shifted from phase A by 120. So this waveform you have to shift by 120 degree. So it was starting at 0. So this is starting at 120 degree. Okay, so same for 120 degree, then 60 degree reversal, then again 120 degree negative voltage. Similarly, phase C, it will be 120 degree shifting from phase B. So it was starting 120 degree. Now this will start at 240 degree. So 240 degree, it is starting like this. Okay? And again it is having one polarity for 120 degree, then 60 degree. There will be phase reversal. The next 120 degree there will be negative voltage, and again next 60 degree there will be phase reversal. So this is conventional three-phase voltage source inverter FET drives. So you can see that the stator winding they are connected in star fashion. Okay, and this is bidirectional VSI, so it can carry current in both directions. So positive current will be through this transistor to phase A, and negative current will flow through this diode D1. Okay, because this device is unidirectional device. Okay, and we are having one DC link. Okay, that is providing DC current. So this DC current, you will find that this is square or quasi waveform like waveform. So the induced voltage actually it is proportional to the speed. Okay, and whenever there is a reversal, so there will be like in plugging case or in regenerative braking case, so you will find that it will be twice of induced voltage and the supplied current. So torque you can find from power upon speed. Okay, you substitute here, you will get the torque value. So you'll find that torque is almost constant in this type of drive. So this is the wave shape of currents in three phases. So you can see that current are square wave. Okay, 120 degree they are having positive value. Then 120 to 180 for 60 degree it is 0. Then 180 to 300 degree for another 120 degree there is negative current. Then 300 to 360 it is 0. Okay, and phase B current is shifted from phase A current by 120 degree. So it is starting from 0. So phase B current will start from 120 degree. So it is starting from this point. Okay. Similarly, phase C current is shifted by 120 degree from phase B current. So it is starting from 120. Phase C current will start from 240. So it is starting from 240. Then 60 degree it is off time. There is no current in winding C, and there will be this much current for next 120 degree. Okay. Now types of brushless DC motor, two very popular drives nowadays used. So one is low cost brushless DC motor drive, another is single phase brushless DC motor drive. So you can see that in previous configuration we were using 6 control switch, and they are also in bidirectional switches. Okay, so nowadays to reduce the cost we are utilizing only 3 transistors. Okay, so like this. So stator winding, it is having one anti-parallel or one parallel connected diode. In each winding you can see that the diode is connected in parallel in the stator winding. Okay, so you can see that if this transistor is, for example, is turned on. Okay, so in that case you can see that the circuit will be something like this. Okay, so only this circuit will be active. Okay, so for 120 degree we have to turn on this transistor. For next 120 degree we have to turn on this transistor. Then next 120 degree we have to turn on this transistor. Okay, if for example we are turning on this transistor, So in that case you can see that this is shorted. Okay, this is winding, so parallel diode is connected across this winding. Okay, so circuit you can see that a wire is connected top of this terminal and bottom is connected to this, and positive is connected here. So current will flow in this direction. So positive direction of the currents are shown with this arrow. So IA is in this direction, IP is in this direction, and IC is in this direction. Okay, so whenever this is turned on, IA will be positive. Okay, whenever this is turned off, whatever current in this, that will freewheel through this diode. Okay, whenever this is turned on, the positive voltage is applied across this winding, and induced voltage will be positive in that case. Okay, and whenever this is turned off, it will freewheeling through this one. Okay, and the induced voltage you will find that it is becoming negative. Okay, so the current of phase A, rather you can see that whenever this is off, so this diode will be short circuited and the voltage across this winding will be zero, rather. Okay, it will be zero, not negative. The current of phase A is controlled by thyristor TR1 and the diode D1. When TR1 is on, source VD is connected across winding A and rate of change of IA is positive. When TR1 is turned off, current IA freewheels through diode D1 and rate of change of IA is negative. Thus, during the period from 0 to 120 degree, TR1 can be alternately turned on and off, so that current IA is made to follow a rectangular reference current IA within a hysteresis band. Actually, we are having band, so whenever it is crossing that band, we have to turn it off. Whenever it is crossing the lower band, we have to turn it on. Okay, so between these upper and lower bands, we have to trace the required current. Similarly, we are having single phase brushless DC motor drive. So we are having one half H bridge, and we have one the winding of the stator is connected like this. Okay, so this is also cheap brushless DC motor drives. So there are certain advantages. Brushless DC motor offers significant advantages over standard brushed motors. Brushless DC implementation can be sensorless or based on Hall effect sensors integrated into the motor. A third option is the use of an external regular position sensor. Sensorless systems reduce costs and require fewer interconnects between the driver module and the motor. They can be somewhat complex, but high performance integrated circuits help to simplify the design task. Thus, sensorless systems are usually preferable. The use of Hall effect sensor, which is embedded inside the motor, may be better choice for low speed applications. I'm sharing to the link on you from the Texas Instruments, where actual drive system, how it is implemented and how the voltages are induced in the windings and construction is very well explained, and with some animations you will understand better. So in this lecture you have to watch those videos as well, then it will complete the lecture 5. Okay, thank you.